and let you know that they're listening in to me. They're watching me. Every time I get ready to do anything where I'm recording, they are hacking into my whatever device I'm using, and they started listening. They start watching. Every time. When you hear that noise, it's from this app that I have on my phone, and it lets me know if anybody is hacking me, if I'm being listened to, if I'm being recorded, if I'm being watched, or anything. So, yeah, that's what that is. Um, However, hey everybody, I've uploaded a couple of videos today, just some random stuff that's been going on with these gang stalking perps, and the harassment is real. Y'all don't even understand. But I've been having to work and stuff, so it's like several different topics that I want to speak about, and I was supposed to be like doing a topic a day, but homeschooling, work, taking care of pets, like being deprived of sleep, not getting rest, it becomes too much, okay? And I just end up doing what I need to do for the day, and if I don't get to do a video, then I'll be like, okay, it's still on my mind, I'll do it later. So, the topic for today's video, it's going to be entitled Betrayal of Family as a Targeted Individual. So, anybody that's a target, you find out real quick that anybody that you're in connection with, that you know, that is close to you, whether it be your family, whether it be your co-workers, whether it be friends, whether it be a lover, a spouse, girlfriend, boyfriend, whomever, neighbors, whomever, you find out real quick when you are a target that these people are not to be trusted. And you really find this out over a period of time, because usually what's the natural human response to anytime you're dealing with anything, or you're going through anything, or something is happening with you or in your life. You want to tell your friends, you want to tell your family, you want to tell whoever's close to you, your lover or whatever, what's happening. And so when you begin to do that, once you find out that you're a target, you find out real quick, fast, in a hurry, that these people are themselves actively involved in stalking and harassing you. You'll start hearing the shade thrown at you, the little wisecracks, the little sly comments, the hand signs, the symbolisms, the color schemes, and different attire being worn, from the black and white Masonic symbolism, the blonde hair, just, it'd be a trip, okay? And stuff that these people you've never seen these people do before. So you know that they are clearly involved. They gaslight you in your face, and they lie to you in your face. They gaslight you, and they keep secrets from you. So clearly, you know, these people don't love me. They don't care about me, because real family, real friends, real confidants wouldn't treat you in such a way. So, and basically, it's really when you get to the point where you find out that the very people talking about your family, because this is basically what this video is going to be about. When the people closest to you, the very ones closest to you, that is supposed to love you, that is supposed to care about you, that is supposed to support you, uplift you, help you up when you fall down, the people that claim to have your back, the people that so often you hear, especially with friends and different things, oh, they're gonna ride or die for you, they got your back, and things like that. It's when you find out that these people are actually, in fact, out of everybody that is targeting you, that is actively participating in gang stalking and harassing you, it's the people that are closest to you. It's the people that you actually love, that you thought loved you, that you care about, that you thought cared about you, whom is actually the most disloyal to you. Okay, and really and truly, is the ultimate betrayal, if you will, coming from your family, because you can have complete strangers working against you. You can have the United States government working against you. Is you can have your neighbors working against you. You can have your coworkers working against you. But what hurts you the most is when your own flesh and blood, when your own family are the very ones. Who are working against you, who are betraying you, and you find them to be the most disloyal. They've stabbed you in the back while they're smiling in your face, they're gaslighting in your face, they're lying to your face, and they're actively keeping secrets from you as well. And as a matter of fact, it's actually the very ones who tell you that they love you are also the ones who will set you up. Period, point blank. We could really end the discussion there, but that's really what it's about. That's what it's all about. The very ones who say they love you are the ones who set you up. Okay? Excuse me while I drink my beverage, okay? Um, so yeah, this is a problem. So when you find out your mother or your father, if your parents are living, they're betraying you, your siblings are betraying you. When you find out that your entire family is all in cahoots together with what is happening to you and they're working against you, you know something serious is going on. Something real is going on. Especially when you get to the point where you are you are isolated from everybody, and you know this is going on. Even if, I mean, because a person like me, I've always been the black sheep of my family, okay? I've always been the scapegoat. These people have never been in my life like that. They've never shown me real love, real support. Um, had my back, if it's a family get together, if it's a family funeral, if it's a family trip, I'm the one that gets left out. I don't get invited, I don't get included. If I do come around, then it's one of those situations when you can tell when you're somewhere and you feel uncomfortable because you know people are gathered up in different groups and they're talking about you. This is your own flesh and blood now. This is your own supposed family that's treating you like this. So I grew up a loner, okay? I wasn't close with my family. My father wasn't in my life. My mother neglected me. She put me down. My mama she is narcissistic, okay? She has mentally and emotionally abused me. She's physically abused me at times. She has lied on me. When you have one of those type of parents that will run to these white folks in power and lie on you, just blatantly lie on you when you are like very young, and just all kinds of things, never, your siblings are more important to you. You can tell who's the favorite. You don't get the love and the support. You don't get the attention like that. You're always being put down and talked about. Amongst other family members, amongst other people and things. And this come from your own mother now. And you wasn't even good enough to for anything, not to be put on their insurance, not to be provided for in any type of way, not to be I didn't have that loving and that nurturing and anything like that from my mother. So I was a loner anyway. I'm a loner anyway, just because simple fact I'm a Pisces. So even in school, I didn't have friends. I have never had any friends a day before in my life. I've had about four people that I actually considered friends, two of which died when we were very young. I had a friend named Miracle and one named Ayana, and they both were killed when we were like very young. I'm talking about like when we were in our teens, young. And the other two, People that I actually called friends, they wasn't actually my friends. It wasn't until later. It was like maybe two or three more, but it wasn't until later. Um, that when they got around, you know how people play like they're your friends when they live close to you or something like that, seeing you around the neighborhood, riding the same bus or something like that. But you find out real quick that these people aren't your friends because when they get around other people, they act different, they treat you different, and when other people get to bullying you and teasing you and talking about you and putting you down and things like that, you find out real quick these people aren't your friends. And it's crazy because as much as I went through, I had a rough childhood, but a lot of things that most people are teased about, the idiotic things that people are teased about in today's time, I wasn't teased for. I was teased because I was too dark skinned. I was teased because all the lines on my hands, I was called an old lady. Okay. Or an old person. I was teased because I was the girl that dressed nice every day to school. So while everybody else, all the other kids was like in a t-shirt and some shorts and some tennis shoes, I was the girl who had the button-up shirt with the khaki pants, the creased down khaki pants with the penny loafers on, with the penny actually in it, with the little gold chain around her neck and cute little earrings and hair comb good and smell good, real good. Like back in a very racist time, um, white people who had housekeepers and they would have been the type to look at me and be like, oh, you're very clean, you want to come and work for me type of thing, or like the teacher pet, you know, type or whatever. So like I was bullied and teased for that. Like it wasn't, I'm an 80s baby, okay? So like it wasn't cool to be dark skinned when I was coming up. And so you got mistreated by people outside of your race, but you also got mistreated by people who is your race but just a lot lighter than you. So those are the things that I went through. So I was already a loner. So I've never had any friends. I've never had any family like that. And looking back over my life, I have a clearer understanding of why I went through some things in my life, why I endured a lot of things, because obviously this has been a open secret within the family that I was a target. And the entire family was in on it. You know, it's almost like the Truman Show, that movie. My life is literally like that. Like everybody in my life that I've ever encountered, from my family to people that I've come into contact with in my life, it's like they're all actors, they're all ops, they're all agents, they all connect like dots. I kid you not. And it's like y'all are all assigned to me. Y'all have all been playing your role, and all of them are all linked up together in their little scheme of teams together, working against me. These people are jealous of me. I have people who are envious of me. I have people who hate me for absolutely no reason at all. I have people who are jealous of me and they have more than me. I have people who are um, envious of me that I've never even done any wrong to. So, like, it's crazy. Like, and when you realize that you're a target and you're finding out, I mean, I have like people that I seen as like my favorite family members, whether it be my favorite cousins, my favorite aunts, my favorite uncle, this, that, and the other, and you find out that that they're working against you, that they're a part of this, it breaks your heart and it hurts you a lot more than anybody else that you can find out that is a part of this and working against you. Okay. Another problem is like myself, I didn't know that I had sellouts in my family until I woke up. I didn't have my awakening until I was 30 years old. It wasn't until I was 30 years old that I was able to see a lot of things that was going on. But besides my awakening, like I started my awakening start when I was 30 years old, but by the time I was 33, all hell broke loose. And besides the awakening, I was already, the shift happened. So I was already going through things in my own life it wasn't until I looked myself in the mirror and I decided to make a conscious decision to make a change within my life, no matter what I had to do, and change everything within myself. I had to look myself in the mirror and make changes within myself, and be the change that I wanted to see in the world. And it wasn't until I done that I was able to see what was around, what was wrong with the things around me, what was wrong in the government, what was wrong in my family, what was wrong with relationships I had, what was wrong with things that was in society and things that was always around me, but I was never able to see why I was blind. Um, and growing up, going through everything I went through in my childhood, being in and out of facilities, dealing with the family issues, being in and out of facilities and the foster homes I've been to and things like that, or whatever. I didn't really understand a lot of things. It wasn't until um, I had this awakening that I realized, like I said, that I've been a target all my life. And my family actively participated in working against me to the point where they were purposely had me placed under mind control. They purposely were trying to keep me blind, keep me dumbed down, keep me unaware of the things that was going on, because I never knew I had sellouts in my family. I never knew I had witches in my family. I never knew I had Satanists in my family, Luciferians in my family, Freemasons in my family. I didn't know anything about secret societies, satanic, um, anything until I woke up. Okay, so like a big veil, was lifted from my eyes, and I was able to see a lot of things that was like always around me. Nevertheless, then I realized that, wow, when I found out that my own family was working against me, I realized that they've been a part of this my entire life. They've just like been these actors, these crisis actors or something in my life, my entire life, just like on the Truman Show, like literally. And everybody is playing their role. And from the moment that they realized that I was woke, they got in their schemes of teams to work against me. And I knew then I couldn't trust anybody. Nobody at all. And it's really heartbreaking. It really is. It's really heartbreaking when you find out the ones closest to you are the very ones who are setting you up, who have betrayed you, who are stabbing you in the back, who are linked up with these satanic powers that be, to have you put on this hit list, to be targeted, to have your life sabotaged and ruined, for you to be tortured, for you to be terrorized, for you to be stalked, harassed, and everything. And so it's a lot. It's a lot that goes in behind just dealing with the aspect of your family working against you alone, because not only are they working against you, but you find out things that you never knew. Like I said, I have sellouts in my family. So I have plenty family who link to the military. I have witches in my family. I have family members who are connected to sororities and fraternities. I have family members who are connected to these satanic powers that be, who are connected to these secret societies. And ultimately, this is what they're using. These Freemasons, they have something called a silent dagger. Someone has paid, have went and had you put on this hit list on purpose to be stalked, to be harassed. And first of all, let me say this. If you as a family decide to be disloyal to your own flesh and blood, decide to betray your own flesh and blood, you are a coward. You are a no good, low down, dirty bastard. If you have decided to come together as a family to work against your own flesh and blood, You don't even deserve any love nor respect, because that's not okay. First of all, let me say that if you are a sellout to these satanic powers that be, and you go to these powers that be to have your family member set up, sacrificed, sabotaged, ruined, you are yet still a low down, dirty, backstabbing coward. And each and every last one of you is going to get what's coming back to you, because it is the ultimate betrayal. Whether you are doing this on your own to have witchcraft, sorcery, black magic, voodoo, garbage, hocus pocus, BS done to your own family member, you are no good in the hood. Number one. If you have set your own family member up to be illegally surveillanced, to be stalked, harassed, to have their life sabotaged, ruined, destroyed, you are still no good. You don't even deserve to fix your mouth to call yourself that person's family member of any kind. And it doesn't matter who you are. You are a betrayer. You are disloyal. It's just the ultimate betrayal. And as much as our people have gone through, our race has gone through, our ancestors have gone through, for you to be a sellout, you are a disgrace anyway. You're a disgrace to your race. For you to run to these satanic powers that be, to rat out, to set up, to sacrifice, to belittle, to set up in any kind of way. When you are working with these satanic powers that be to tear down your own race, you don't even deserve any kind of respect. You are the absolute, you're the scum of the earth, because you are disloyal to your race. Now I understand there's people of various different races who are targets. And it doesn't matter what your race is. When your own family is working against you, as much as it hurt, as much as you are saddened by it, as much as it breaks your heart, you have to make a conscientious decision to separate yourself from those people. Because see, they thought that they were going to hurt me. A part of their programming is to isolate you. But see, what they did not understand is, because of the simple fact that I have always been a loner, I'd rather be alone. I work very well alone. They thought being alone, being isolated was going to tear me down, because they want that. They want your self-esteem to be low. They want you feeling down and out. I don't have nothing. I don't have nobody. They want you suicidal. And ultimately, them cowards want you to kill yourself, but I won't give them the satisfaction. You want me gone, you're going to come and do it yourself. And I'm going to make sure the whole world know that you sorry bastards are the one in behind it. I'm going to make sure you don't get a dime off of my life nor my death. And I'm going to make sure the world know that you linked up with you a sellout, and you linked up with these satanic powers that be to get rid of me. So I want that to be said off top. You no good. You are absolutely no good. I don't even understand the mind frame of people who will sell out to their oppressors. You are willing slaves. All on your own. You willing slaves. You ain't never known the people in power to run to you to set up their own people, yet you have been trained to protect your oppressors. You have been trained to hate your own race, and you have been trained to run to them, to set up, to sacrifice, to kill your own kind. It's happening every single day. It's happening every single day. And I'm going to tell you something else. For all of you who you scary, whether you a sellout or whether you just scary, if the satanic powers that be came to you about your family member, whether they coerced you or whether they threatened you to participate in such a thing to tear down your own family member, you are still a low down dirty bastard. You are still a coward, because ain't no way that they could come and recruit me and tell me anything about any one of my family members. I don't care what you got to say. You don't need my help to tear my own flesh and blood down, to tear my own race down. I'm not going to help you kill off my own race. I'm not going to help you set up my own race. I'm not going to help you sabotage and ruin my own bloodline while your bloodline is okay. So even if it went that way, you are still low down and dirty. Let that be known. To all these individuals that are out here who are targeting people, and you are related to them, and you are their girlfriend or their boyfriend or their husband or their wife, you're supposed to be a friend, but you really fake, phony, and fraudulent. All that evil is going to come back on you. I hope it was worth you being a sellout. I hope all them incentives that you get good from those in power is worth it, because that evil is going to come back on you several times over. Several times over. And it's just absolutely amazing. It's absolutely amazing that this is what our people is going through. It's absolutely amazing that this is happening in the world, period. Not even just the United States. It's amazing that this is happening in the world, period. And we got average Joes out here selling their soul. We got people's family and those closest to them sabotaging, sacrificing the lives of their own flesh and blood. You know why? All because your family is sellouts and you never knew it. That's what it is in my case, anyway. So your family get together. They call these meetings on you. They call these meetings. See, it doesn't matter what they say about me. They didn't make me aware that I was a target until after I wrote them poems and after I put them out. When they realized that I was awake, when I was doing my poems, when I was doing my other videos that I was putting out, they scattered like roaches. People that don't even like each other, people that don't deal with each other, all kind of folk got together to work against me. They scrambled to try to set me up, to shut me up. Why? Because they sellouts. From the moment they knew that I was awake, from the moment they knew that not only was I awake, but I had rose up and I had spoke up, they attacked. They were on attack mode. They began to attack me. And they have actively been working against me ever since. And there are no reason why they feel some type of way, because they are sellouts. They are sold out to these satanic powers that be. My entire life, you have lied to me. You never wanted me to wake up. I woke up before you was ready. See, that's the problem. I got people who been jealous of me and envious of me my whole life. I can walk in a room and not say nothing, and people are jealous of me, give me dirty looks. People always talked about me behind my back, so I don't worry about that. I don't care nothing about how you feel about me. I wasn't put here on this earth for you to like me, so that don't matter to me none. That don't matter to me none. But see, this is what happened. And see, what goes on is your family get together. They have these meetings with each other. And they have these meetings with these satanic powers that be. So they trying to reassure their masters, oh, we don't know why she's speaking like this, master. We don't know why she wrote them things, master. You know we sold that a long time ago, master. You know we took the oath, master. You know we don't even think like that, master. It's okay, whatever you want to do to her, master, we okay with it. We just gonna have to go on and sacrifice. We gonna have to do whatever we gotta do to shut her up. So this is what they've been doing. This is what they've been doing. They willing to sacrifice me because they too cowards to speak up and to stand up for something that's worth it. They too comfortable. See, that's what it is. They comfortable with what their masters give them. They comfortable with being sellouts. And so they got a problem with me because I ain't willing to be a slave. I ain't okay with being a slave. I ain't owned by nobody. And I don't mind speaking about it. They don't like me because I don't sugarcoat anything. I don't bite my tongue. I don't beat around bushes. No, none of that. They know that. That's the reason why they don't like me. Majority of the bruises that you see on me, you see that gash in my forehead right there? You see the gash on my eye right there? You wonder why one of my eyes is lower than the other eye. I got all kind of scars and bruises on me that I can show you right now. All of those scars and bruises came from people who was jealous of me, who was envious of me, who was intimidated by me because I spoke the truth. Cause so they figured the onlyest way that they can hurt me is that they could stop me is to physically harm me. Yet I'm still here, and they still mad. I done took a many a licks. I still got the medical documentation to prove it. I done took a many a licks. They don't scare me. So all the threats that they make on my life, all the different ways that they threaten to try to hurt me, they threaten to try to bring harm to me, it don't bother me. I'm not intimidated by any of their threats. I'm not intimidated by any of them who are sold out and have made these oaths with these satanic powers that be. They don't have nothing to do with me. You lied to me my entire life. And you thought you was going to keep me brainwashed and dumbed down. You thought you was going to continue to be able to use me and abuse me. You thought the purposeful trauma that you caused in my life was going to be enough for you to damage me for life. That I would never wake up and realize what you all really were and what you were really about. You secret Satanists. You secret witches. You are liars, you deceivers, you manipulators. You two-faced, low-down, dirty backstabbers. You living no good in the hood because you sold out to your masters. And we see it every day. Black on black crime happens every day. Our people killing more and more of our people every day. And these sellouts ain't no different. They just walk a little different. They just talk a little different. They just act a little different. It's a whole lot of people that go to church and they're just as fake and phony as they want to be. Because they some of the very ones that partake in stalking and harassing people. They some of the very ones who are sellouts to these satanic powers that be. They the very ones who are sold out to these secret societies. They the very ones who secret riches. Working against their own kind for their masters. So I'm just letting you know. It is the ultimate betrayal when you have a disloyal family. It hurts you the most. Out of any and everybody who is working against you, who is hurting you, who is trying to tear you down, who is threatening your life, who is illegally invading and violating every human right you were said to have. What hurts the most is when your own flesh and blood, when your own kind, when those closest to you that said that they loved you, that said that they cared about you, are the very ones that set you up. They the very ones that hurt you.